What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Get into another reaction. Oh my god. Bless up. JJK is back after its little, like 2-3 week break. I was not expecting that after the end of the 5th episode. But hey, they had a little break, you know, preparing for the official new arc. You know what I'm saying? Because the first 5 episodes was mainly this little prequel about the past and, you know, just getting to know more about Geto, Gojo. Like, it wasn't just Gojo's past, like it was the past of just Jujutsu sorcery and Jujutsu High in general, and peeping into their lives and like what kind of led them down the path that they're on now, and like what made the situation that it is now in the present. And I mean, what a strong start to the 2nd season with that prequel of those 5 episodes. Like, that was really well executed, and I was blown away. Like, they came out fucking strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first 5 episodes were definitely like getting you back in the vibe of JJK. Like, yo, it's back, baby. Like, yo, this shit is lit. So definitely appreciate the little prequel that we got and giving us a lot more info and insight on, you know, what they had been through and like what kind of led people down their certain paths, especially Geto, getting a peek into his mental and the way that he was thinking about things, and eventually ultimately deciding that, you know, after that conversation with, I think, is Toto's master, that girl that's a special grade sorcerer. I think her name's, I want to say her name starts with a Y or something like that. I can't remember exactly what her name is, but I'm pretty sure she's Toto's master, or like, you know, sensei or mentor or whatever. She had a conversation with Geto, and that's what ultimately kind of gave him some insight and, I guess, advice for him to be able to make his decision on what he really wanted to do. Because once they got past, you know, Amanai dying and seeing that Gojo had become the strongest, he was kind of left in this place of, like, I guess, just unsure of himself on like what he really wanted to do, and also of what he had been doing up until now, and if what he was doing up until now really what he truly believed in, and if he should still keep doing it, because he was trying to convince himself to keep doing that and living that type of life. But ultimately, like, he could not get past those people cheering for Amanai's death, and that as a whole represents people that do not like sorcery or find sorcery like disgusting or degrading, or, you know, persecute people that are capable of sorcery, instead of, you know, since they're ignorant, they don't have a way to teach them how to use it, or go a way of like learning how to live with it. Instead, they just ostracize whoever has sorcery, like those 2 little girls, for example, and that's what kind of led him to kill even his parents and all those people in that village. So basically, he like chose the path of, okay, the 2 things that the lady mentioned when they had their conversation was like, okay, what if there was a way to get rid of sorcery altogether? But that's kind of unlikely, because that would, you know, I mean, a lot of people use sorcery for good, but also like it's just kind of hard to get rid of that entirely. And then also, like, the best case for that was Toji, but Toji ended up dying, so, you know, there goes that out the window. And then the second option was teaching everybody how to use sorcery enough to be at least able to control it and keep it in a flow. That way there's no cursed spirits being born. But some people, like we've already said, are ignorant and stubborn, and they maybe don't want to do that. So since Geto, you know, I think she said something along the lines of like, oh yeah, I wouldn't be crazy enough to do something like that, because he mentioned like, oh, well, couldn't you just kill all non-sorcerers? And she was like, oh yeah, no, but I mean, I guess you could, but I'm not crazy enough to do that shit. Well, now that we see Geto, he was about that life. You know, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that. Like, if I'm gonna create a world where if you are down to learn sorcery and make everybody's lives easier, and that in turn doesn't create curses, then cool. But if you're not, kick rocks, you're dead. Like, he made the decision, like, he was willing to kill people, non-sorcerers, for that. And that's like what kind of evolved his hatred for non-sorcerers, you know? So getting a peek into his past and really seeing how he fell down into that way of life was definitely probably the most intriguing out of the prequel. But also even learning about Toji, like learning about that character, like, you know, Megami's father, in and out, you know what I'm saying? We met him and then he died. Like, it was pretty quick, but like, what a badass of a character, you know what I'm saying? So the prequel was just astounding, gives you a new love and a new understanding for Geto's character, even though obviously you don't agree with what he set out to do, because like he's killing innocent people. You know, some of them maybe you could see it as they deserve it, like where Geto, like for example, those two parents that were shitting on their kids and telling them that they should never have been born. Like, okay, you could find some sort of, I guess, justice in that, but is it like you're still succumbing to like killing somebody, so it's still not right, you know what I mean? It's not ethically, morally right, but you could find some comfort in that if you're really trying to go down that path. What Geto was, he's like, you know what, fuck it, if you're not about it, if you're a non-sorcerer and you're this type of person, I'm killing you, like fuck it. Learning all that about him just gives you like more appreciation for his character, so I really loved that, and the prequel was amazing. But now we are back in the present. Very excited to see how this goes down. A lot of people have been hyping this arc up, the Shibuya arc. This is not a show or manga that I read, so I have no idea what to expect. All I know is people are fucking hype as shit for this. So I can't wait to get into it. Without further ado, let's get into this episode 6 of season 2. Official start of Shibuya. Who knows how quickly this is gonna fucking pop off, but I guarantee you the rest of the season is gonna be fucking gas. So I'm excited. Let's get into it. If you guys enjoy it, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe for new, hit that notification bell so you know the next one's dropping. Oh my god, here we go. Episode 6, season 2, JJK. Oh, catching up with these three right away. This man's like, yeah, I'm just going home, I'm chilling. And these two are like, all right, what do we got planned? I love how passionate he is about it. It's got to be because he watched all those movies and during that training that Gojo put him in. That is hilarious. What the fuck? Yeah, I love how much they're showing us this actual movie while he's explaining it. Like, what the fuck is this? I love. Look at her face. I think I finally figured out her name again. I'm pretty sure it's Nobara. I think. I know it starts with an N. I could be butchering it. Like I haven't heard them say it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's Nobara. I think. So this guy doesn't fuck with special grades? Yeah, Nobara. Let's fucking go! Just like that, baby! I mean, damn right, they went off in the first season. After that battle? Alright. Okay, based on the success rate of their mission, will they truly be promoted? Yo, the animation on just this ping pong, like what? Oh! Why does this ping pong shit look so clean? Oh my god. Okay, they're gonna be working together and shit? Yeah, I'm already loving this, bro. Destiny. It's gonna have to be somebody else because you recommended him. Wow, that's hilarious. He's the lights turn. Dude, he's depressed. Yeah, this girl. Who the fuck is this? love interest taking an interest in Itadori? Possibly? Oh my god, nah, they just keep on coming out with fire openings, bro. Yo, what? I was actually curious. It makes sense that they're coming up with a new opening because it's literally a new arc. Yo, the first one though, the prequel opening, that shit was gas, dude. Bro, yo, no, this looks wild, man. Yo, another fire opening. My god.
何がどうしたの？いや、身長だけ15センチくらい伸びまして。虎杖じゃん。
Yo, what? She looks completely different.
本当は連絡先とかも聞きたかったけど。優子、それって。つまりそういうことね。はい、そういうことです。
You know the animation. Look at her face. Yo, this is funny as shit. Nai, I knew it. Nai.
なんか今胸がもやっとした。実はこの子がカクカクしかじかで。
Blah blah blah.
そういうことか。そういうこと。
This is so funny.
根拠は？
急に東京来るってなって特に困った様子なかったし、背が高い子が好きって言ってたな。
I was about to say she's tall as fuck. Cheers. Let's go. Yo, nah, this is funny as hell, dude. He's literally on his way. Yo, this was quick.
俺、伏黒もいいんじゃん。
早っ。これだけの変化、絶対誰だかわかんない。
Dude, she looks nothing like how she 6 months?
あれ？小沢じゃん。何してんの？
Of course, yeah, he recognizes her, right?
奇遇。
10. Yo, this first episode is just, yeah, nah. I can't.
別に誰も？でもさ、あいつ食い方とか字とかいろいろすげえ綺麗なんだよ。
I can't take this seriously.
私だって私を選ばない人を選ぶ気なんてさらさらない。
Rightfully so. You would want to be with someone that wants to be with you.
今の私ならもしかしたらなんて。私が嫌いな人たちと同じ尺度で生きている。
Yeah. Isn't that weird? You hate people that only think like that, and then you end up trying to improve your looks to grab somebody's attention and shit. I mean, all people do that in some way.
私とは交換したし、まあ大丈夫でしょ。それより伏黒、私ようやく自分の気持ちに気づいたわ。私が彼氏を作るより先に虎杖に彼女ができるのがなんかムカつく。お待た。
おお、やべ。今始まっちゃうじゃん。お、行こうぜ。
あ、
ほらほらほら。
なんでこら、私の持ってくな。ミミズ男なんて絶対見ねえからな。
Okay, yeah, it's just the halfway point. I was about to say, if it fucking ends there, oh, dude. Felt like 2 seconds. There's that one girl, right?
ありえない。
京都側の調査を歌姫に頼みたい。
Yeah, Utahime. Well, oh, yeah, dude, she has that scar. No wonder she looks so different in the past.
もう一人、その上層部に情報を流してる奴がいる。
Mm-hmm.
それが今回のターゲット。まだ容疑の段階だから捕獲後尋問します。内通者はメカ丸。ああ、いたいた。ノートの提出今日までですよ。
So wait, it's they switched the frame to her, but it was right when she said Mekamaru, so it might be him.
メカ丸本人ってどこにいるんだろう。
Sorry, that's that guy. He's like oh, that's where they're at. His real body. Okay, so yeah, it's Mekamaru.
あの子が怪しいんじゃなくて、 他の誰も怪しくない。
Creepy ass fucking basement.
登録してない区別があれば内通者としての仕事はいくらでもこなせるからね。
そう？あの人結構目立つと思うけど。
区別がハエや蚊のようなサイズだとしたらここよ。
Yeah, this fucking guy. Seems like they were he was expecting them. So wait, he was expecting somebody else?
やられたまで。
忘れられたかと思ったぞ。そんなヘマはしないさ。
Wow, yep.
君が身をもって知っているだろう。そういう縛りを彼と結んでいるから。
Okay, it makes sense because he's always like hooked up to this fucking machine and like, you know what I'm saying? His actual body, his actual life is fucking ass. Like who would want to live like that? Rightfully so, he would want to be, if he could get that a normal body back, he definitely would. So yeah, it makes sense. Wow, look at that. Completely fixed. Wait, what, they're about to fight? Ooh. Damn. Oh, shit. What's up, Gear Third? Oh, let your guard down. Oh my god, dude, this dude's insane. Wait, this is a puppet? Okay, now that's a fucking crazy ass puppet. This is literally like a mech. This is crazy.
俺を閉じ込めるだけじゃない。電波も断たれている。どんな手段でもいい。五条悟と連絡を取り、渋谷の計画を伝える。そして保護してもらう。
Oh, so his whole goal to begin with was just to get his body back, and now that he has his body back, like he took that risk, and this is why they're fighting. He's like, fuck it, I gotta try and at least get info to Gojo and them. Like he was willing to work with them, but he's gonna fucking rat them out right away. There's still gonna have to be a punishment for him, and there's no way he just gets off scot-free. But he's got his body back. That's what he mainly wanted. 17 years, 16 years. Yeah, that voice actor, isn't that Inosuke? Yeah, it is. I never noticed that. Oh my god, and you end right there, you son of a bitch. Damn, man, it's already getting so good. Wow, that was fucking crazy, bro. Man. I'm just glad only one more week. Only one more week from here on out for each episode. Thank fucking God, because I have been yearning for this for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, man. Holy shit. That was gas. Alrighty, guys. What another amazing, amazing episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Episode 6. We're finally back, man. Finally back into Season 2 flow. I mean, fuck, dude. It's been a little while, and I'm so glad we're back. Like, I was not expecting that break after Episode 5. Like, I think Episode 5 aired, and then the next week came. And naturally, like, on a Thursday, I, like, checked the site, and I didn't see it uploaded, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? And then I started doing research. It's like, yeah, it's coming to the 31st. I'm like, God damn it, dude. Like, come on, bro. We were getting back in the flow of JJK. Shit's so gas. Like, that one stung. That one stung a little bit, but we back. What a great first episode back into like the present timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like very quickly we get back into the flow of how the main 3, Nobara, Megumi, and Itadori interact with each other. Like they're very funny and they have an interesting dynamic because Itadori's so carefree and just always doing whatever, and kind of the bubbly one of the group, and Nobara is also very hilarious in her own right, but I think both her and Megumi like act like they're annoyed all the time from Itadori. Like, they have a funny group dynamic. They're a lot of fun. But the first half of the episode was pretty much just, I think, catching up with them and having this little comedic relief between the three of them, but mainly once we saw like Itadori and Nobara first separated. Like, Nobara went shopping, Itadori was like trying to go to this movie, so they separate at one point, and Itadori walks by this girl across the street, and it's apparently somebody that he went to middle school with, very tall, pretty girl. And that's what I noticed right away, like especially once she stood next to Nobara. I was like, damn, she's tall as fuck. Like, isn't that fucking like Itadori's type? You know what I'm saying? Because he said like tall, like long legs, big butt, or some shit, like Jennifer Lawrence or something, like in season 1 when Toto asked him what his type was. I was like, damn, that looks kind of up your alley, no? You know what I'm saying? It looks like what you said your type was. So yeah, she introduces herself to Nobara, and that's whenever she mentions that she went to middle school with him, and she showed a picture of herself back then, which was apparently only 6 months ago, and she looks literally like a fucking different person. But that's just like the exaggeration, the hyperbole of anime sometimes. Like, super exaggerated things like that just make the bit even more funny in anime. Like, that was just fucking hilarious. Like, she looks at the picture like Nobara, and like we see it, and rightfully so, we see why Nobara's face is like that and why she's reacting like that, because like, what the fuck, there's no way you transform like that in 6 months. But that's like the funniness in the exaggeration. So yeah, Nobara, funny as shit, seeing her faces and everything, and that's when they start talking. It seems this girl kind of has a crush on Itadori, likes him, and then that's when Nobara, I guess she introduced herself to Nobara to try and get Itadori's phone number, or get in touch with him, or maybe confess, or whatever, blah blah blah, reconnect, and also to check if Nobara was interested in Itadori, because obviously he's hanging around another girl. You want to make sure that you're not intruding on an existing relationship. But very quickly Nobara was like, fuck no. Like, no way, even if hell froze over, you got me fucked up, like, no. So that was hilarious. And then she noticed that her heart skipped a beat, and that kind of gives like a little bit of a hint, like, oh, maybe she does have feelings for Itadori. But towards the end of the episode, or towards the end of that first half, Nobara like mentions like, you know what, I've noticed my true feelings, Megumi. Yeah, the fact that Itadori might get a girlfriend before I get a boyfriend first kind of fucking pisses me off. So I guess that's what was really the skip of a heartbeat, So that was funny as shit. But yeah, Itadori, Megumi ends up coming through, and then they end up deducing, together, like, oh shit, like, this is what that is. Oh my god, like, a girl likes Itadori, like, what the fuck? What are we gonna, what I'm saying? Like, they're taking it, like, it's like shocking. But then they tell Itadori to come through, and he comes through very quickly. And of course, they're thinking that he's not going to recognize her at all, because who would? But yeah, he does. Of course he does, right? And I think that kind of made the girl happy. But then we kind of skip on like what happened after that, if they had a conversation, what that conversation entailed. And then also, obviously they didn't exchange phone numbers, because apparently they mentioned it, and then Nobara was like, well, don't worry, I've got her phone number, and she's got mine, so like if anything happens, like, we're good. But it's probably for the best or whatever. So we don't really know exactly what happened there. But then they continue their day, and he was trying to catch his movie, and they're both like, I ain't gonna go see that shit, like, the fuck. So that was a hilarious first half, like just getting back into their group dynamic, like how funny of a trio they are. So we finish up there with the first half of the episode, and then the second half was pretty much, I guess, starting this next mission, or sort of start to an operation, I guess you could say. Which reminds me, I forgot to mention in the first half of the episode as well, we saw Toto and Mei talk to I think one of the higher ups, which is the higher up of Kyoto's region or whatever, and they were basically recommending everybody that they fought with in the first season, like towards the end of that season, like Panda, Maki, Megumi, Nobara, and Itadori. They all recommended them first grade sorcerers. So the next step in that is they become semi first grade, which then they are assigned a mission of first grade level. And then based on the results of that mission, if they succeed, that's when you truly are promoted to first grade. So that's already fucking hella good news. And then like they were explaining and talking about it while they were having a ping pong match, which was animated beautifully. You know, a fucking ping pong match. It's hilarious. Talked all about that. And then Toto was like, you know, super excited because he's like, oh yeah, me and my brother Yuji, he's gonna be a first grade sorcerer just like me. We're gonna go on missions together, blah blah blah. And then that's when May like drops the news like, oh yeah, you recommended him, so naturally you can't. It's going to be somebody else. And then it just like cuts to him being depressed. So funny. Forgot to mention that, but then yeah, start of this operation, they meet up with Utahime, I think that's her name, and they're basically trying to find the mole that's within Jujutsu High, because there's a mole that is giving information to the higher up in Jujutsu High, which is, you know, another mole. There's two of them, but there's one that's relaying the info to the higher up. So they can't do anything about the higher up because that's above their level of clearance, whatever, because it's above the principal, you know what I'm saying? So they can do something about this other person, which they, you know, all clues and whether they do so far, they were like, okay, it's probably Mekumaru. So that's where they were at. They go to try and, you know, fucking find him. And then obviously once they go into the room, it's completely empty. It's like, oh, fuck. But on the other front, Mekumaru, we were seeing glimpses of him and he was like, oh shit, they're here. So we thought like, okay, this is really about to happen. But no, he had already moved locations. He was talking about somebody else. And who was he talking about? He was talking about Geto and Mahito. So obviously, yeah, he is the rat because that confirms it right there since they've already built a relationship. And his reward for giving them all this info and, you know, kind of being a mole for them was Mahito would configure his body to give him, like, restore his full body, like give him like a full body, because like naturally you would want something like that. Like, who wants to live connected to a machine for the rest of your life? Nobody. And that sounds like fucking hell on earth. So naturally this is why he went through with this, because he wanted his body back. So he got what he wanted, but very quickly he flipped sides immediately, almost like this was like everybody was on the same page. I think this was going to happen because all he wanted was his body. So he's not gonna continue being you know, a mole after that. So now is time whenever he's trying to escape and then somehow get in contact with Gojo to relay this info on what their plans are. So, you know, kind of like a double agent in a sense, but like, you know, obviously he fucked up first, so I still feel like there's going to be some sort of punishment for him waiting, because obviously you can't just get away with that unscathed. Like, you were a rat, you know what I'm saying? But at least like he did it for personal reasons, right? Who wouldn't want to have their full body back? He got that back. He's like, all right, now it's time to like try and relay this info to Gojo and give them a heads up, and then I'll deal with my fucking punishment or consequences later. Like, fuck it. So that's pretty much where we left off, and he like got into his huge puppet. You know, it literally looks like a fucking mech, and he's going all out to try and escape these two, and then hopefully get this info to Gojo and them. So what a start to the fucking Shibuya arc. And as Mekumaru said, he was like, yeah, I got to tell them about the Shibuya plot. So like he already has like the info on like what they're planning for Shibuya or whatever. So very curious to learn like what the fuck is actually about to go down. But all in all, great start. Loved every second of it. I love this show so much. So yeah, I think that covers it. That's going to do it for me. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like down below. Comment, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you know the next one's dropping. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.